What's going on, people? I am Shad Harris, and this is
Elle Harris.
And this is another edition of Keepin It Lite. How are you doing today?
I'm all right. How are you?
Doing all right. How are you doing since our last video went viral? Huh? How are you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Great.
We got a lot of trolling comments.
Yeah, we got a lot of comments, a lot of views on the last episode. So,
How many views do you have right now?
it's like 2,200. So yeah, a lot of people just commenting about stuff that really didn't pertain to our video, I feel like. But anyway.
Yeah, I didn't read the comments.
Yeah, it was a lot of them. But today, since Christmas is next week, I thought it would be...
Time out. I did want to recant my statement last week about the girl having a trifling baby daddy.
Oh, okay.
Because what I didn't do when we did the review is I didn't watch the full hour-long video. I only watched the 5 minutes that was on Instagram. So what I realized is that her baby father wasn't trifling. So she didn't have a shady baby father. The issue was that he wasn't in her child's life the way that she wanted him to be. And he wasn't like her dad and uncle.
Oh, okay.
So
you want to take that back?
I won't take that back because I'm not going, I want to put a label on someone who's not trifling.
Yeah. And I said that dating a woman with kids is a headache. And I doubled down on that, actually. Because when you're a single man and the woman that you're dating has kids, there's a lot of things that you can't pick up and do. So that does become a headache.
It depends on the age of the kids. Next.
Still could be a headache. All right, so today we are talking about, like I said, since Christmas is next week, I realized that a lot of men don't know how to do a good gesture for their wife, their girlfriend, their queen. So I feel like this will be a good chance to kind of talk about that.
Okay.
So, where should we start?
This is your world.
Just give me some, throw something out there for me. You want to throw nothing out there for me? So, all right,
Okay.
So, throughout my dating history and my marriage history, I realized that even though I've never been the greatest when it comes to actual gift giving, I've always been pretty good at creating the experience. So even though my gift, as Elle said, might be trash, I might set it up so you feel like you're loved. Mm-hmm. Okay, am I right or wrong in saying that? Mm-hmm. Okay. So that could be setting up a surprise. A lot of women say they don't like surprises, but 9 times out of 10, they actually like a good surprise. Women don't like bad surprises. Mm-hmm. But if you have a good surprise, they're going to love it.
Okay.
So there's a couple things that I learned along the way as far as giving a surprise party, doing scavenger hunts, which is like the ultimate cheat code, by the way. And just different things like that will help men create more of impression or create more of experience with their lady than just giving, a gift and going out to dinner and then that's it. Because to me, that seems kind of basic and trash.
Okay.
So, do you feel like...
I want to address first your trashness and giving gifts. It's not even that you have to be trash. I think you just don't want to. You just want to control something. So...
What are you talking about?
Like you said, I say that you're trash and giving gifts. It's not that you have to be trash. You ask me what I want and I tell you. You just decide to do whatever you want to do. So you can't say that you're trash. I don't want you to say that you're trash and giving gifts in the sense of like you don't know what to do. You know exactly what to do. You just want to do it your way.
I don't think that's the case.
Oh, that's definitely the case.
I don't think that's the case at all.
Okay.
So, I just feel like a lot of people I know in general, like I said, they usually do like the basic thing, especially when it's like a special occasion, like, all right, we're just going to go out to eat or, we're going to do this, which really doesn't show any character or it shows that, I put any thought to it. Mm-hmm. It's like super basic. So, like I just learned over the course of like time and what have you that, the more energy and thought you put into something, it's going to make you look better instead of just doing like some basic stuff, like I said, just going out to eat or, you know, just getting a random gift at any point.
Okay. I'm trying to get where you're going with this.
I mean, you can ask questions.
sorry. So, okay, what do you do? Like, okay, so how do you know what your wife will like or your girlfriend will like? Like, what is the thing that brings you in to say, like, okay, this will be, do men want you to tell them everything that you want? Or do men prefer to say, okay, I know that she liked that bag or she liked whatever, or she's been talking about going on this trip, I'm going to make it happen?
I feel like the best way of doing that would be to kind of spark that conversation like weeks or months before. Mm-hmm. So it's not necessarily like, all right, I know your birthday's in 3 days, what do you want? And then try to make that happen, because that just doesn't really show any thought or energy or effort put into it. But if you talk about, if your birthday is in August and we talk about something in May or June, then I just kind of distort it and be like, all right, so if I know if she said that she wants these shoes or she wants to go on this trip, then I got a little time to kind of make that happen. Mm-hmm. And she probably, 9 times out of 10, you might forget that you might have mentioned this to me or what have you. Okay. More than likely not, but at the same time, you might. But then I feel like a lot of times men will skip out on creating a type of experience around it. Because experience, I feel like, makes anybody feel loved. Like when you did everything for my 30th birthday, I felt loved. And I felt like, you know, somebody went above and beyond to kind of do something for me. Mm-hmm. Which, you know, doesn't really happen that often.
What happened on your 30th birthday?
It's very common, but we're not going to talk.
The people want to know.
You threw me a surprise birthday, which was a dinner. All my favorite foods.
Was it a dinner or was it a restaurant?
It was a restaurant. Had a menu at the house. It was a great time.
Waiters.
The greatest thing ever.
Waitresses.
It was top 3 and it wasn't 2 or 1. So yeah. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like it's all about creating some type of experience. Like even what I was saying before we got started, like I know when we were dating, sometimes I would like send the edible arrangement to the job, which out the blue, like I feel like just gift giving or just creating experience just takes a little bit of thought. It's not something that you really got to super plan out. I mean, those work great as well, but sometimes it's just saying, all right, she beefing with her coworkers. She might got a hating coworker that you might want to stun on a little bit. So let me just send you a little edible arrangement to the job. So,
or if you don't even have money for edible arrangements, because those are very expensive now,
40, 50.
You can literally create a box. Like you could think about all of her favorite candy or whatever and just put it in a nice little box and then bring it to her job. Like drop it off. Like there are simple ways you can still make things happen without having a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I would prefer a box of my favorite stuff or a box of, I would prefer a dozen of donuts from Krispy Kreme over edible arrangement. That's just me. I don't eat fruit though.
Yeah.
But so, like those are just different things that I feel like, how men go wrong is that they do not pay attention. They do not invest the time, and they do not invest the money. So for instance, even if a man doesn't have a lot of money, if you know, for instance, I say on our 5-year wedding anniversary, I want to go to the Bahamas.
Right.
And this is year 1. Mm-hmm. Why not start taking a little bit of money at a time
and putting it to the side?
So then when year 5 comes and I'm like, why aren't we in the Bahamas? And you're like, Bahamas? What are you talking about?
Yeah. So
like it's the lack of not remembering, because I think that's very important for us. Like we don't want to have to keep saying this is what we want.
Right.
We want you to take note of it. And though we may want a lot of things, like there are certain things that are significant to us. Mm-hmm. And the way that you find out if those things are still significant is that you ask about them.
Yeah.
So it always goes back to that communication. And I think that's where men miss the mark. We're not saying that you have to have all the money for that event today. If I tell you 5 years in advance that I want to take this big trip, why not start planning for that?
True.
Why not start investing? So why don't men do that? Busters.
To be real, I feel like a lot of men... What's a good way of saying this? I feel like a lot of men feel like there shouldn't be but so much work when it comes to a relationship. So they feel like, all right, I got a woman. I feel like I just have to do the bare minimum things, which is to protect and provide. If I'm doing those bare minimum things, I shouldn't have to do anything else. I shouldn't have to go.
Men don't even know they got to do that.
True. But I feel like a lot of guys who are, pretty, good guys for the most part, they feel like, all right, if I just do these couple of things, then I don't have to do the above and beyond things of, make sure she feel love 24/7 or whatever the case may be.
That's awful to say.
But I mean, I feel like it's accurate.
I don't have to make her feel loved.
Or
How does that make you a good man?
Or with me providing.
That's your way of showing love?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I feel like that dates back to, our grandfathers and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Probably weren't the most emotionally available, but they would, they would pay all the bills. So when they come home, it's like, all right, well, I love you because, you got this roof over your head and, got food on your table and all that good stuff. But now I feel like, we should be doing a little bit more to just show that love on a consistent basis. Okay. And you can do that by just sometimes going above and beyond on certain things.
So what do you think has been your worst gift-giving situation and your best gift-giving situation?
Worst, according to you, is the TV. Yeah, the TV. I ain't really got too much to say. I feel like my best will probably have to be this year.
Still mad. Go ahead.
My overall experience, I feel like my best will have to be this year just because from Friday around 6 or 7 till Sunday like around 4 or 5, I feel like your whole weekend was kind of mapped out. So it went from me saying I had to go to 7-Eleven and being gone for like an hour or two to having a hotel room planned with a personal chef there. That is so triggering. I'm happy I've never had like somebody tell me that they're going to go to the store and never come back in my life. I'm so happy that's never happened. Yeah. That's very triggering. Yeah, well. And then the next day you had your whole scavenger hunt with, different pockets of friends. And then that led us to going out to eat. Where we going to eat at?
We went to Cavalier.
Cavalier, yep. So I was going out to eat at Cavalier. To then the next morning having, people, a surprise brunch here at the house. So I feel like the whole day was kind of mapped out. And for me, I loved it because I felt like it was just complete, like total experiences after another. When during COVID, we all think that we didn't really have a chance to be able to do anything like that. So to me, that was like the coup de grace. That was the great.
Okay. I agree.
Yeah. So yeah. Anything else you want to add?
About gift giving?
Or just creating experiences.
I think creating the experience is the key. I definitely feel like men do not take the time to create an experience.
Yeah.
Because they think that, for the most part, women just want the main gift. And yes, we do, but I don't want a gift and you just throw my gift on the table. Right. Unless it's a Chanel bag and I don't give a daggone on what you do.
Even with that, I feel like you still got to do a little something to it.
You can just throw it on the table.
You could do the
throw it on the table.
You could do the boxes, like it's a big box, and every box has another box in it. You went that way. And then
if it's a small box, a little baby Chanel keychain. Yeah. That's funny. That's something that I would definitely do that. So got my keychain. Oh, okay.
And a hack to all the guys out there who are busy. Doing a scavenger hunt is the easiest thing. You just got to set up.
Because you ain't got to do
nothing
for anything.
You ain't got to do nothing.
But I would say be careful with that though, because just because someone else did it and it looks cool, that person may not have the anxiety. They may not be able, because the first time you did that, my anxiety was on 100. I remember you stopped doing it for a couple of years because I didn't like it.
I just couldn't, because you can't do that every year.
But I didn't want you to do it because you kept doing it. You kept doing it. I had to post on social media, and I don't like social media. At that time, I didn't like posting on social media, so I felt like it just drew too much attention to me. So my anxiety was on 1,000.
Oh.
So you have to be careful. You got to know your spouse when doing that. You definitely do, because That's scary. I think this time it was easier because it was Insta story and like, you know, whatever I do is deleted within 24 hours. So the anxiety wasn't as intense as it was. Because, honey, it was intense.
It wasn't that bad.
You weren't involved in it, so you don't know.
But I set it up. It took weeks of planning. So, yeah. So that's all I got.
And then to say, like, it's like, oh, you're going to be spending time with several of your friends. I'm like, what if somebody I don't want to spend time with?
But I know who the friends that you like spending time with. I feel like everybody you like spending time with. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. But I still think to other people, don't do what you see. Make up your own experiences and make sure that you think of things with your spouse in mind. And I also think it's important to not do things just for the look. Because some guys probably do things just so that they can get the praise and not necessarily because they want to honor the person that they're with.
True. But sometimes, I know a lot of women say that, you know, publicly men don't show their love for their woman.
That's true.
So sometimes you actually have to do something that shows the world that you love your woman.
I agree.
So that's why, you know, that's where doing something for the look could be a positive because you're showing the world that you actually love and care. Sincere look. Because you're doing something that shows you true love and you care for this woman.
But don't buy her a TV. Especially when she told you she did not want a TV and you literally bought the TV for yourself.
Unless it's a big TV.
And it wasn't even that big.
It was 32 inches.
Exactly. And it would have been 32 inches that could have stayed right in that store because I didn't need it. And where's that TV at today, honey?
Probably in the garage.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Any other thoughts or questions?
Got anything?
It's kind of straight to the point. Just think men are trash gift givers. And they need to step their game up.
That is true, but I'm also teach you the ways of how to be broke, but still create an experience.
You haven't given one broke experience, though. One thing that a broke man can do. Christmas is next week. What can a broke man do today to ensure that they have a successful Christmas?
I mean, Christmas is a little bit different.
Is it?
It is, because... Okay, one thing I did was create a scrapbook. Just take all your photos from social media, put it together in a book. Bam. That only cost probably like $20.
But great idea. However, I like the scrapbook. So if he would have just bought me the scrapbook and then the pictures and let me put it together, it would have been a great experience. Or something that we put together. That would have been a greater experience.
True, but it's also good to show, like, I started this thing off, and then you can finish it, which you haven't touched ever since.
I do actually touch it sometimes. It's inside of my thing. Every time I go through my pictures, I look at it. I do, and I laugh because there's this picture at the end.
Yeah.
That's just hilarious.
Yeah.
But yes, it was really funny.
What else? For the broke man. Me, I don't like, especially with Christmas, I can't really think of anything, but to me, it's just really all about just creating experiences. So, like, even if you do something like, all right, Christmas coming up, maybe give her gifts leading up to Christmas and then have a bigger gift on that day. Like, I forgot, maybe it was your birthday like 2 or 3 years ago. And then, like, I think your birthday was on like a Friday. So every day that week, I would leave you a gift on your desk or something.
It wasn't my birthday.
What was it?
It was our anniversary.
Anniversary, yep. I know one of them. So yeah, days leading up to the anniversary, I'll have like, you know, some sneakers or a purse or a
gift card,
stuff like that. Just so every day you wake up, you have something new there that I would think that you would like waiting on you.
I actually didn't get anything on that Friday.
You got something.
It's just like 4 days. Because I remember it was one day and I was waiting and it never came.
No, okay. Well, it was something. Don't try to put me down.
It was a great experience, though.
Yeah. That's what it's all about, creating experiences. So.
And I think also with the broke man, if you've never broken a promise, I think that's something that could be done is like creating 4 coupons and say like once a quarter, this is something that I vow to provide for you. I may not be able to do it right now, but I know in the first quarter of the year, I'm going to take you on a weekend getaway. In the second quarter of the year, I'm going to buy you that whatever you said you wanted. I think those things kind of help and show, like, yes, I may not have it today. This has been a hard year, you know, with COVID and everything, but at least I have some, I'm vowing to you that over the next year, I'm going to make sure I do these 4 things for you because I know how much, you know, I value you and I want to, you know, so I think that would be.
Yeah. And even just taking Christmas off the board, just doing like surprise trips I feel like they're dope just because it's something that when you wake up on like Thursday or Friday, you're not expecting to do. So if somebody say, all right, well, pack a bag, we're going to lunch or something like that, and then you guys go to Maryland or DC or whatever like that, those are always dope to me anyway. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's good. It just depends on what industry your person works in because they may not be able to get off on a Friday.
But somebody who has like a regular job, you're like, all right, we got the weekend off.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking that you might just be sitting at the house all weekend, but you like, all right, so we're going here. Or don't even tell her where you're going. We're just like, yo, get in the car, we're riding out. Pack a bag for the weekend, we're heading out. I feel like that's dope just because once again, it shows that you put effort into whatever you got going on. And surprises are dope.
And ladies, I know what you're thinking. It's hard to pack for a weekend that you don't know what you're getting ready to do in 1 hour. Because I've been there. But just try to do it anyway.
Yeah. And don't complain. Just
complain a little bit.
No.
But
let's talk about this for a quick second. Because I feel like sometimes when a man shows that he put in effort, women will like nag, like, where we going at? What we doing?
Why does it have to be nagging? Why does it just can't be them trying to understand where we're going and what we're doing?
Just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. Just go with the flow, ladies.
Men don't understand logistics.
I understand logistics.
You can't if you have that issue. We want to know what's going on because I have to make sure that everything is in line. I don't want
I have taken care of the
If we're going, this is what you should do, men. If you are planning a surprise weekend, say you need an outfit to hang out in and just chill, a sexy outfit for a night out, and something, whatever else. You have to tell us that because then we need to know. Because on a regular trip that I know I'm going to and I know what I'm going to do, I'm going to overpack. So what do you think I'm going to do for a weekend that I know nothing about? Overpack. And then my anxiety is going to build up again. So if you just say, do this, like we need instructions. We want it. That's where y'all fail. Give us the instructions. Give us the manual. And then we won't have no reason to say anything.
Okay.
It's like when my favorite time of the year is when Rashad says, get dressed, we're going to get something to eat. And I don't have to decide. Oh, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. See, that's all we're asking. Just tell us what it is you need us to do. And we'll be on point. On board.
Okay. Anything else you got to say to wrap this up?
No, that's about it. Just don't be a buster.
Put some effort into whatever you got going on. They're going to love it.
If you put effort into it.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. That's another episode of Keeping It Light. Yeah, you guys just have a great day.